So we're still live. You have till January 15th to enter. I wouldn't wait till then, but I go on now and get signed up. Every dollar you spend on the garage giveaway page, if you wanted Lev Rack or Sonic MSS, MSS Plus, Rousseau, Lista, shoot, anything you want, we're going to be able to design and put together for you. The plan is we're going to draw somebody's name second week of January, sometime after January 15th, and we're going to, put some Dyne audio speakers in somebody's garage. We're going to outfit them with essentially whatever you want. I think we valued it at 85 grand, but you know me, I can be talked into doing a really cool setup. But we're going to fly to wherever you are, transform your garage, change your life. To me, the garage is the anchor of the obsession. I'm sure it is for many of you. Man, I can't imagine it giving it to you, let alone receiving it. So make sure to go to obsessedgarage.com and get entered to win. All right, so new day, new video, right, Mike?
That's right.
So painters are here. I'm going to use that scaffolding to go up there and change out that electrical for that other light that was up there. I have to put a POW pack up there so that way it's remotely controlled. So I'm going to go do that. I also have a little trim to fix on here, but everything's going on. We got cabinets going on. We got painters are here. There's going to be a guy coming to help me with smoothing the texture on the drywall because I just got too many other things to do, and I think that's the decision. It seems like tentatively that's the decision that's been made to smooth the walls, because this mission style texture doesn't go with the modern theme. But we're still waiting on a final decision. Matt asked Adam, I should say, hey, let's make a decision because the drywall guy's here. So that's happening today too. And you're here. Mm-hmm. Your wife's here doing some work for us now.
That's right.
Yeah. And Trevor's here. So got a lot going on today. So it's starting to come together. So at the end of this week, we'll be out of here for a week. Painters are going to come through and do their thing, so we're out of their hair.
Yeah, so they're doing all the caulking.
They're doing caulking and yep, and then they've got to clean all that mold off with bleach, I guess. So,
Prep work.
Yep, a lot of prep work. And that's where we are.
You excited to get up on that scaffolding there?
Oh yeah, can't wait. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Rickety's my middle name. You got some shirts?
Yeah, from Mike.
Oh, from Mike.
Oh, look at you.
Mike.
I'm a good person. You're a good person.
Look at that, Michael. Look at that. Let's see what these look like, Mike.
Yeah, let's see those.
So these are garage giveaway shirts, Mike?
I don't know if we've teased this yet. These are garage giveaway shirts, new design.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Minimal on the front, just the OG.
And white. We don't.
And white and gray. Mike.
So these are entries, huh? You get entries?
I think you do, Mike. One entry for every dollar spent, right? There you go.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. This will be the one you wear. You'll probably give this one to.
Yeah.
You don't like white thing. You're always dark clothes. Minimal. There you go. All right, so Austin and team are working on cabinet layout, and you can see pantry styled. So these get uppers as well. And then we made this little cubby here. This little cubby was necessary to cover up that box. Because if you remember back the original discussion of the project, this room was actually going to be a little bit smaller, and it made more sense to leave this little half wall here next to the panel. And so you can see we had that extra that we didn't design for the cabinets, and so we made this little cubby for a garbage can recycling bin. It's going to work out great. And then it's nice because all the cabinets have these cellophane wrappers in the front, so that'll help with keeping them from getting all scratched up, and the painter's mask and all that stuff. So in the next day or so, this will kind of mow through all these cabinets. Next 2 days, getting them put into position. Here's our range cabinet with our outlets. There's our lowers. This looks freaking sweet. Here's our sink cabinet. And I'm gonna start putting the glass stuff together. This is freaking cool. Nice. of the things I was most excited about was doing the lighting. You can already see, I mean, the lighting, Mike's had to dial back the aperture on the camera like 75% from where it was in the beginning, in that we have a pretty substantial, I guess, I don't know a better word, ambiance change. It feels like a house now. It feels like a home. And so these are 3,500 Kelvin in color temp, but I wanted to show you what this stuff is. It's really, really confusing if you just went to the DMF website, or if you just ran down the street naked with thousands of dollars strapped to your chest and say, I want great lighting. There's no one available to help you. I've had to buy all this crap. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of doing it wrong and messing it up. And I like to keep lighting options or your lighting choices really simple, because when you're dealing with any of these fancy high-end lighting manufacturers, you oftentimes have hundreds of choices, if not thousands of combinations that you can put together. And so I like to simplify this when I'm doing lighting in the house. I don't like fisheye or wall wash type. You know, these companies have all these different options to do different optics and you know, it's sort of adjust or change where the light is going. I prefer, this is just a personal preference, to simplify it, do the widest flood they have, and just sort of paint the area evenly. And then I always like to overlight the room and then dim it if necessary. And the beauty of Lutron is I can set a specific lighting output setting. Like I could set like 70% dim and just leave it that way. And then if I wanted to add some more light, I do this in my garage often, or if I'm shooting a video, we'll ramp up the light and bring more into the equation, or bring more light in if needed, and then run it at 60, 70% dim when you're in your normal comfortable environment. So the lighting here in this place is pretty simple, because we have a remodel can. So this remodel can is different from their new construction can. The new construction can, maybe you took the whole ceiling out and you did like you span it across studs. This is a much easier setup for what we're doing here, because, like, for example, the kitchen, we didn't pull the drywall down. And so Mike just cut the drywall, was able to fish the lines or fish the wiring through. And then we were able to put our remodel box in the wall. Because this is an ultra-modern design of this house, we're going to do square. And so I think that was a cool idea to do. Then you have your module. And so there's DRD2, there's DRD4, there's various versions of the modules. I like the DRD2 the most. They also have DCD, which is high output, 3,000, 3,500 lumens. And then they make these in several different versions. They make them in a 750, a 1,000, a 1250, or I'm sorry, a 1200, and a 1500 lumen output. This is just a guess. This is just trial and error. I like the 1200s. I choose the 1200s, and then I choose how many lights we're going to put in an area. In this area, we did 4. And I like the 90-degree flood. They make a 45, they make a 20-degree, they make warm dimming options. They make a zillion different versions of this module, so it gets confusing. But this puppy here, this is $155 for just this, 155, which is pretty insane. There's diminishing returns here. You can do better, or you can do much cheaper lighting for close to as good as this. But 93 plus CRI, like real true CRI, they're not eliminating, they're not cherry picking the different spectrum to the R light spectrum when they're the R value. They're not like eliminating R9, which is a hard color to reproduce. So these are giving you a different quality of light, which is giving you a different. It's hard to explain. You have to be in the room. You have to live with it for a while. I've lived with these in my house for 2 years now, year and a half, and it's just a different experience. You see things more accurately. So anyway, you have the can, you have the module. Because we decided to do square, we chose to do our trim piece here. Now these guys, I'm going to do this so that I can figure it out. So if you go to Obsessed Garage and you go to DMF Lighting, I'm gonna have Tommy make a package here, make different packages of exactly what to get, because this gets confusing. So you got all these different lighting versions, and you have optics you could choose. I just use the darn optic that comes on the thing. It works great. And then when you click on the light, so we're doing the 1200 lumens. So then you have choices. You have your color temp. We're doing 3500 here. And then I'm almost always going to do a 90-degree general ambient beam spread. I like to keep it simple. Just use 90 degrees, place my lights based on that 90-degree beam angle, and I'm able to paint this entire area and have no shadowing, have it look proper. So then the other thing you need to choose is your dimming choice. So almost always you're going to choose Triac ELV, which is forward phase dimming, a normal wall dimmer. And so this is, you got to be committed to lighting. You got to really value lighting. I mean, these are really, really sophisticated, really expensive pieces of equipment. This is something you're going to have for the life of your house. And so this is something that I think that, you need to have had a decent lighting experience. This house here, we've got, say, 20 fixtures. I mean, we're going to be, $10,000 in lights to do this house. So $10,000 versus, say, $2,000 to do something lesser. So you have to be really committed. So you need that. You need your box. I wonder what do we have these up on the site yet? I don't know that we do. Let's see. M housings. Yeah, we have our M series, the round housing. And if we're doing in the standard black. So these are $30. So not terrible. But you're $155, $30, so you're $185. And then you have your trim. We don't have the square trims up here today, but I know I've got Tommy working on this, and you can always just hit us up and we'll order it for you. So if I add reserve your spot, so $50 for your trim. So to do this light, each one of these, what did I say that was? Well, there's my cart there, $235 per location. So this room here was 2/3, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 940. $940 to do these 4 lights in this location without your lighting control. You still need a Lutron, dimmer of some sort. We can do this same thing with a Cree CR6T for, say, let's say they were $40. 1, 2, 3, 4, $160, and a $200 control. So you're talking Lutron would be $360. Let's just say $400 versus $1,100. So you're 3 times the price to set up a room like this with these lights. Are they 3 times better? Probably not, but it is better. It is I think, from what I found, the best light on the planet. So that's one of the setups that we're going to be doing. We did in this house. If you look at the whole living room, so we've done the living room setup this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got 20 lights in here, 20 at $235. So what is that? $4,600? Yeah, $4,700 to do this room plus a dimmer. So you're, and then some sort of control. So you're, $500 or $5,000 or so to do this area of the house. So you're $1,000 here, plus the various other areas of the house. I think my estimate's pretty decent. I'll add it all up for you in the vlogs as we're going through this. But we're say $10,000 worth of lights. So you're $10,000 to $20,000 to do the best lighting and best control, best light switches on the planet, and maybe not the best light switches on the planet, but my favorite, the Lutron stuff, because it's simple, easy. We can do it ourselves. You can do it yourself. So I think that's just something to consider as you're thinking about doing your house or retrofitting or adjusting what's in the house. Now, if you take a look, say in the pantry here, I haven't changed these out yet, but this is what we had before. So you have only 4K, super blue 5K, but these are 6-inch normal cans. So it's a normal, Lithonia or a Leviton or a Halo can, just a normal 6-inch can that's in the ceiling. And so when you have that, we're obviously not going to use this piece. We can't do square, because the square won't cover the circle hole. So we can't do square, but we're still going to do the same module. And because there's already an Edison style, you know, pigtail in there, so we're gonna snap these together. And then we're going to buy one of these guys. So this is a DRD2T trim. We also have a couple of 4 inches here in the house as well, so we're gonna do this. But let me show you how this works. These are a retrofit option. So this is what I did in my house. Because my house was already outfitted with cans. So this retrofit option, these sort of pop in place. What we do is I take our module, like so, and then first I would screw this in, then plug in, ground it, and then you take this module and you pop this up into the can. The can will have these little, whatever, gaiters or whatever those things, little clips that they grab these, and then it'll push up into place, and you end up with this is aluminum, anodized aluminum trim. You can do these in black or you can do these in white. And that's the setup that we're gonna do in the master bedroom, we're gonna do in the pantry, we're gonna do in the bathrooms where we already had cans and we didn't pull those out. We'll show you when we do these. These are freaking cool. I did these in my laundry room, in my closet, where it will connect and go and plug into a regular junction box, J-box. So we're gonna do these 2 in the laundry room because there weren't cans in the laundry room, and the laundry room actually has a concrete ceiling, so we don't have any room to cut a can in because it was a safe room or like a panic room, and so that's what's going in there. And these are $180. But I'm telling you guys, if you can't find any of this information online. It was such a struggle for me, but this stuff, I'm telling you, if we can help you with this, if you're thinking about changing lights in your house, if you have the budget for it. If you don't have the budget for it, still reach out because we can come up with a more economical solution. But if you want the best light that you could possibly experience in your house, if you have cans already, I think that the way to go would be to do, in most cases, you do 1200 lumen, put a dimmer on it, you can adjust the light, and you get, I think, the best experience you can have. This house has completely changed. When the walls are done, the furniture is in, and we have all of our lighting fixtures in place, we went from probably the worst lit house I've ever been in to one of the best. What's the update, Austin? You guys had to take the cabinet apart because the ceiling's too low?
So the cabinet, because it's so big,
yeah,
when you try to tilt it up, when it's at a diagonal, it won't. So we had to disassemble the entire cabinet, bring it in piece by piece.
Yeah, so the good news for us on this cabinet, we were going to chop this thing apart, but we took all the plumbing, and since we replumbed the house, we were able to get the water heater out of here and everything.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So now we have a lot of storage.
Storage.
Yeah, and so this is all, we call this what, wire white? Is that the color?
Yeah. Wired white, it's a high gloss, and then there'll be washer dryer. This is a hamper.
Oh, cool.
This will sit down in here. It has a bag.
So your update is going to be, you're going to finish this here.
Yep.
And then, so you finished the laundry.
Yep.
We're waiting on that new addition cabinet, that tall cabinet I added to be able to come down this wall. So you'll today finish this up, and then we're going to wait and come back like in a week and a half after the painters are done. Is that the plan?
Hopefully by then we have the cabinet.
Cool.
And then we can carry on with the kitchen.
Yeah, we had a special order because we moved this door over. We were talking about this, and so there's one cabinet we're waiting for that is like the foundation piece that then connects the rest of the cabinets to come all the way down this wall. But you can see they've got the glass finished, the smoked glass. This matches the smoked glass in the AV area. Pretty freaking sick. And then the handles. See if I can get this open. So then the handles, the hardware, we'll make sure that we don't have to touch any of this, either glass or the high gloss stuff. So when they put all the handles on, all the hardware on, it'll make sense. But this one cabinet here will probably be able to hold everything that they could possibly need. But it's all about the look. It's gonna be sick. Range, microwave, dishwasher. Then there's a garbage can cabinet that goes, and then the island. So they're actually getting all the cabinets out of here, putting in the garage, so that the painters have full access to the scissor lift to go and work their magic here. It's there's gonna be a crazy transformation over the next couple of weeks. Adam and Colette have made a decision to smooth the walls, and so the drywall team's here. We'll make sure to get you some footage of how that's done and how they do that. And so I can't wait to come back and see this. And we're gonna be gone next week. The whole thing will be largely painted. It's gonna be cool. All right, so we were really fortunate. This is something we didn't have time to do, we didn't have the money to do, and we didn't have the guy to do it. Right? But we wanted to. This is a really modern look home, and we have this Aztec mission style old man finish.
Yeah, this is do it yourself, DIY,
Ain't no good. So Bryce is here from Bryce. What's your company?
Glover's Superior Drywall Services.
So Bryce is here. We have the guy. Adam gave us the money, and now we have the time because we have the guy to get this done. So what happens here? How do you float this out? So this is flat.
So this is flat. So what we're going to do is take what we call hot mud, which is the fast dry. We're going to go around the perimeters and anything that's a sensitive area.
Yep.
And then that stuff will dry a little faster. And then we'll come in here with a nap on a roller pole, almost like paint. Thin some down.
Yeah.
Roll it out, and have a couple of guys walking behind me with knives just smoothing it out.
Oh, okay.
So that'll give us a fast first layer,
Yeah.
and then after that you just come through here and basically put it on, take it off a couple times and touch up where it's real sensitive around like boxes, windows and doors.
Are you gonna have to sand it?
Afterwards, yeah, after everything. In between, there'll just be some overlap marks. We'll probably scratch those down. We don't do a lot of sand until the end.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So we'll make sure to capture some footage of the guys. How many guys do you have doing this?
So right now we got 3 here,
Okay.
and I got another one on the way, and then I'm just going to call some more people and try to expedite the process because I'm going to go in a hurry.
It's gonna be sick. That's how we get things done. So you roll it on first and then follow?
So we're rolling it on, and then he'll come back behind me, tuning it up
Okay.
with the hand finishing. And because we're because of the rush, we're mixing fast drying mud, so they have
Okay.
different times. They have 20, 45, 90, etc.
Yeah.
So that we have work time, we're working with 90 and half lightweight compound, which dries
Okay.
a little faster than your old school all-purpose.
Yeah.
And hopefully, as you can see, one more coat,
And it's nice
and we're going to
smooth.
be looking good.
People want to see the work happening. Well, there's a lot of work going on right now.
I know that's
What's our update?
Oh, we're getting there.
Ooh,
Piece by piece.
Almost there.
nice.
We'll be ready for template in the pantry, laundry, master bath, and upstairs bath by the end of today. So all the rooms besides the kitchen.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get all those going and then come back and do the kitchen. I might even have countertops in here by like next week. like this space, that space, and the bathrooms. 'Cause I already have the slabs.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Sweet. We're rolling, people. We're rolling. So this whole section all has to get caulked. And so that is pretty much my nightmare right there. Scaffolding, scissor lift.
Video got 10,000 likes. You have to go up there. I got to put that in there.
No,
Yeah.
I don't care if it gets 100,000 likes. I'm not doing it. Yeah. I could probably close my eyes, lay down on the scissor lift, and go up there and come back down. Oh, hey, what's up, Mike? Forgot about you. How's it going over here? Look at that shirt. Hey, Mike, you know we got a garage giveaway going on?
I was going to say, I think I might have mentioned it once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you need to tell everyone.
Yeah.
Some people have
Garage design shirt. Coolest shirt we've ever done. That's the charcoal looking version. Freaking sweet. So I think that Illuminate is going to come out sometime next week when we're not here, just getting their final dimensions on the cladding. And then they said that the doors will be here in 2 weeks. The door, they already have the window stuff, but the door will be here in 2 weeks. So when we're back, they'll probably be here toward the end of, not next week, but the following. This sucker weighs like 150 pounds. I'm gonna put it up on this. On the, yeah. Okay. This is my first unboxing. I've been excited for this. So the Waterstone rep, Nikki, she, well, look at this. I think you guys have seen this, but I haven't. So Nikki turned me on to I was planning on doing the galley sink, but there are a few companies, and one of them happened to be in Orlando, Haven's Luxury Metals, that make custom, however you want it. And I don't have to just stick with whatever the cookie cutter version is. We should be doing better metal and higher quality than even the galley stuff, which is still nice for less money. So I want to say, I have to look up pricing, but I want to say this sink was $3,600, something like that. And then all the accessories that come with it. So I had Adam do the full accessory suite. So I think it's another $3,000 worth of accessories for this sucker. But he's never going to use any of this. But I'm just, this is the one requisite I had for Adam, is I made him fall on the sword for me, because I've never had one of these sinks. And I said, look, Adam, I need you to buy the best sink they make. And so this is a stainless, I believe it's a brush stainless, we're going to see, apron style farmhouse sink.
Oh, it's a farmhouse.
Undermount.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, look at all these. Look at this, Mike. This is our dream right here, dude. Because it's double tiered.
Oh, for all the chopping vegetables.
A drying rack.
Cutting board.
All the stuff. Oh my gosh. And so imagine this sink with this faucet. So the only thing we couldn't do, I wanted to do like a 60-inch.
This is a colander too, right?
Yeah.
Looks like
Full suite.
it's got all these little for chopping up your veggies and stuff. Wow,
Yeah, whatever they make, that's what we got.
Oh, there's a real cutting board inside.
Yeah.
Look at that. So this will slide back. So it's 2 tiers then.
Correct. Yep.
So they can
You can get it a
slide under.
single tier, you can get it into 2 tier, you can get whatever the heck you want. But they need the sink out, so Austin needs it out so they can cut it. But even see, look, the cutting board fits into this rail system. And then you can slide it around.
And then the center ones can go underneath it still.
Correct. So there's the 2 different sizes. There's the big size and there's the bottom side and the top side. And so the top side, like I think this board would fit the top side. I think. Yeah. So you have 2 tiers you can work with, and then you can slide things. Not these, but there's things you can slide underneath.
Well, these thinner ones can go past each other.
Yeah, you have your straining bowl insert. The thing I'm most interested in is a drying rack, having a sick drying rack. Yeah, so you're 3 G's worth of accessories.
Man, that's pretty nice.
To me, this kind of
So
stuff is worth every penny.
this is like a false bottom. Is that what this is?
I don't know.
So it doesn't scratch the sink.
I guess so.
There you go. Yeah, it is. It's a false bottom so you don't scrape the real actual sink.
Yeah, that's freaking cool. All right, now let's get this thing out of here. So they ship worldwide, I think. Custom made in Longwood, Orlando.
There's the front.
Freaking sweet.
Probably gonna want to put something on there, some tape, and like mask the whole thing so it doesn't scratch. That's the front.
Yeah.
Sucker's nice.
So they sell it. They do like several different types of finishes.
So this is like a strainer for washing your vegetables, I bet you.
Yep. Yep.
And it's got all these little cubby deals here. Those fit in that black thing with the holes in it.
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
So you can
And
chop your
sharpen
vegetables and just put them right in there.
Slide it in. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is freaking sick.
Yeah. We're gonna be installing one of these at Matt Mormon's house.
Oh yeah. 72. Double Waterstone Endeavors for all the vegetables you wash and cut and eat. I do a lot of dishes. And then Michelle's like, just think of how many dishes I can fit in that sink.
The whole everything that's in your cupboards can go in there.
I was like, you suck. I can't wait to have my kids move out. Yeah, it's just me.
Maddie was meant to live alone.
Yes, yeah. I'm so pumped for this kind of stuff. This is the whole reason I'm doing this project, is so we can play with this stuff before I can get my own.
So what's this measure?
This is 34 and a half, I think.
To here. This has to fit though.
Yeah.
Because since it's undermount, it has to be 34 half outside to outside here.
Yeah, 34. The flange is 1 inch.
Ooh.
We're gonna find out. I sent it to him.
Well, it should work because here's the thing. It doesn't have to, this doesn't go in the box. It's above
Right.
box.
Right.
So you should be good.
Yeah, it'll sit on the countertop. Or on the box below the countertop.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm nervous about this fitting.
Yeah, everything else should be white. You're about iron ore.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's perfect.
You said, no, it'll fit. I'm like,
Let me grab,
oh,
where's the tape measure?
oh gosh.
Grab my tape. So the countertop is 1.25 inches. So the sink will be from here to there. So we'll have like maybe a 3/4 gap between here and the door. Perfect.
It's good.
Yeah. So we haven't fastened that cabinet yet because we might want to pull it out, you know what I mean, to cut out for the sink. But basically what we'll do is we'll cut
Down
this
here.
out. We'll put some 2x or something down inside here,
Reinforce it.
like right here, or even like some strips of 1x for this to kind of sit on, and then we'll also use this comes with clips, right? There's probably a little bag of some clips
Maybe.
that attaches to the bottom of the quartz. It's not very heavy.
Yeah, it's not. Because this is hollow.
Yeah. The cast iron ones,
Yeah.
you gotta really reinforce.
This is freaking sweet. I want to do a 72 at my house. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
That'd be
With
sick.
dual faucets.
Yeah.
Wait do you see all the accessories? The accessories cost as much as the darn sink.
Oh, I know.
All the different cutting boards and stuff.
Yeah.
That he's never going to use, but I'm going to get some great photos of. It's going to be awesome. I'm 68 hours in.
Yeah.
72-hour fast. I'm going to see. I want to see 211. I got to start peeing. Start spitting. I should go do a workout.
You do
That's what I
it right out of the shower?
What?
Because you sweat in the shower too.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Do a hot shower, stand there.
Try to squeeze out as much pee as I can.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
exactly. Stop drinking yesterday.
Yeah. That's the goal. It's fake weight. It's just fake placebo excited. Yeah.
It gets you thinking, gosh, I'm almost there.
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
to keep on going.
Yep. All right, so I've been in an aggressive pursuit of creature comforts, Maddie Comforts. All right, and I got this place pretty well set up. In fact, I just cleaned out the refrigerator yesterday. I spent like 2 hours on it. Did you see how clean that was, Mike? It was looking clean, right? I spent like 2 hours on it. But my friend Andrew's here. He saw me getting into cold plunging. And one of the biggest struggles I've had being out here for the last couple of months is I haven't been able to plunge. And so my brain hasn't been functioning properly. And so I bought this darn, you saw it, we bought this darn, this tub, 150-gallon horse trough. And then Andrew drove from Dallas, from Texas, to bring this new prototype. We're going to be launching this prototype on Destination OG. He's going to be launching on his site for pre-order. But imagine, not everybody has the ability to spend 10, 11, 15, 20 G's on one of these freaking giant tubs that take 3 months to get. When I bought mine, I had to front 11 grand for like 3 months, and then it showed up. And by the way, the chiller in that thing is kind of janked, so Mike had to do some modification. Most of the stuff that's available on the market is pretty homemade. And so the concept that he's been sort of approached me about was, since I've gotten so into this plunging business, is what do you do when when you don't have 11 grand and 3 months to wait? What do you do if you just have a tub? What do you do if you're traveling? I'd envision shipping this thing out to wherever I'm going, or bringing it to a project like this, buy myself a horse trough or something like that, or if there was a tub in the hotel room, getting this thing set up and then you can plunge. Yep. And so check out my scum water here. So we're gonna have to skim this and maybe drain it a little bit and refill it. I filled this up because what I was going to do, I was gonna set up the Perlick ice maker. Yep. And just shovel ice in there and try to get it to some semblance of a reasonable temperature.
Well, one of the main use cases that I had is, what if you're someone that lives in an apartment or a townhome or a high-rise condo or whatever,
right,
and you don't have space for an ignition tub?
Yep.
Right? Like my townhome, I have 3 tubs in my townhome. Why can't I just plunge in my own tub?
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I would love it for a hotel, I'm excited for this. And so I'm gonna get, my mission over the next week is to get everybody in this thing. So stay tuned. Next video tomorrow, we're going to set this thing up. We're going to set a timer, see how long it takes to chill. We'll probably have like 100 gallons of water in here. We'll set it up and show his working prototype. This is a rough first mock, actually second iteration, right? This is prototype number 2.
We're 90% there.
And then, so don't judge us on what it looks like, but by the time you see this video, a couple of days after this, his site's going to be live. We'll work on getting it live on the OG site, and we're going to have pre-orders set up for this thing. He needs pre-orders to fund this darn project. And then pre-order delivery will probably be what?
We're shooting for August.
So later this year. Anyway, we'll skim this thing and clean it up tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be sick. All right, Mike. 2 hours and 50 minutes. 1 hour and 50 minutes. I'm gonna go season my steak.
Good job.
Just took a one last pee to see. I'm gonna go check the scale.
Check the weight. You're gonna strip down, so we should.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe not on camera, but.
No. It's a G channel, please.
Yeah, I gotta put my pants. I had to wait. I'm freezing cold though. After this, it's been good.
It's
a good day.
An accomplishment. I know
I can host working in 72 hours, not good. Hosting 72 hours, okay.
I did 66 working. It was miserable.
Yeah.
It was miserable. You beat me.
I'm not doing a whole lot of working. Is this the last chunk of drywall that we know of?
This is it. I told Trevor to save some, just because if we save some, we won't have to do any more. If I have them throw it away, we'll have more.
Yeah. So I got my ribeye going. I'm gonna season my ribeye first before I go check my weight. This is gonna be a tasty one. So it's nice and thawed. I gotta get it unboxed here. We'll get it to room temp. Get it seasoned with some salt, pepper, and my new favorite thing. I normally don't like doing flavored stuff, but this, I'm telling you, Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. It's fantastic. Salt it, pepper it, a little bit of this. So we'll do that. You're good. And we'll let it sit for a good couple hours here, an hour and 45 minutes or so. Get this little kid, give him a little pat, get this little kid set up for me. I'm getting my steak game. I got my steak game pretty dialed. American Wagyu, though, I think is It's so hard. Eating the regular blank Angus is not nearly as good as a Wagyu. So this is a black Angus. A lot done today, both on the front there and behind the scenes of me. I had several meetings with different leadership team, and of course how we're driving the company forward. So it's all coming together and providing you guys the most value we can. And I'm excited for the future. I'm really excited for the future of this steak. That's what I'm excited. It's gonna be great. So tomorrow, get back to cold plunging. I'm gonna take the day off from working out today. Yeah, look at that guy. Looking good. This Chris got nothing on me.
This is a garage giveaway purchasable shirt. So you can buy one of these and maybe win an $85,000 garage. I don't know if we've mentioned that, Mike.
Only got a few days left.
Yeah, only a few days left. You have until the 15th. 5 days from now. Today's the 10th. So by the time this video comes out, we're cutting it close. You got a day maybe. Hurry up.
Ooh, that hit the spot, Mike.
Yeah, you buy 32 ounce ribeye there.
Yeah, 23.88.
7 inches thick. It was a big dude. It was like a roast.
23.88.
That's good. Feeling better?
Probably cooks down to 20 or so,
Feeling better?
Yeah.
It was a good day. I think it's starting to roll now. Now that I feel like most of my construction work is done, we can start doing fun stuff. We'll finish out this week and come back to a painted house, hopefully.
Yep.
Start installing some
Cool stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So, Mike,
Should we go in there and show people where we're at?
we sure could. Take a little walk around.
I'm asking to make it.
No, I'm feeling great now. I'm ready to go. Look at it. It seemed clean.
Yeah.
All the cabinets are out.
Yep.
Preparation for.
Got the dangling outlet
No
done,
more.
taken care of.
No more danglies.
No more danglies.
Ready for sconces.
Yep.
This is ready for, again, they can't finish the tile here until we do the wall.
Yeah, I got to talk to them and find out when you want me to pull the door out. Yep.
All our audio, video is ready to go. Once the painting's done, we can start putting this stuff on the wall.
Yeah, I got a lot of baseboard to do. In fact, I got to do a measurement tonight and get with David, so he's going to pick up the base.
Yeah.
It's not that much to do. I mean, it's not as much as if we didn't do all this tile and all the cabinetry.
True, yeah.
Not that
Yeah.
much base, really.
So then this here is, we're waiting on, so we're hoping next week that this cabinet here will come so they can go and build the rest, because they have to get this in before they build that. Put the false door in. Austin's having the cabinet or the countertop company come in template, because the uppers are going to be countertop sitting. They're floor to ceiling or countertop to ceiling uppers, and so he's going to have the countertops templated. So the pantry, upstairs bath, and the laundry will all be templated. And 7 days from now, so when we're coming back, is when they'll be putting countertops in. What else we got, Mike? So they'll be the painters are caulking, and they'll start priming Monday. Theoretically,
that's what
they'll
they
prime
said.
and paint
Yep.
this next week.
All my wood's patched. Every light we were going to install is in, plus some extras.
I'd say they got about 30% of the first coat of smoothing done. Like this wall's done, that wall's done. They're going to start doing the upper stuff. They did a bunch of upstairs already. So smoothing out. So I think they have 2 coats and sanding to do. Plumbing is ready for install once the paint's done. Then Chris will come back and terminate plumbing fixtures, stuff like that. Still waiting on the water heater.
That's installed. That's in stock. It's ready to go. So that came in.
Okay.
That showed up yesterday.
I don't have an ETA yet on that wood feature, the wood wall. So
Britannia's doing that.
Yeah. So they do have the half wall. They got all the material for that little funky little half wall.
They're going to do that at the very end.
Yep. This room, once they smooth this, paint this, when we come back,
We can do closet
We'll start
organizers because I don't do base until closet organizers are done anyway, so
Right.
we could do the closet organizers.
so we'll probably start on closet and then AV you know, when we come back, you know,
Yep.
in a week or so.
Yep.
Master bath, the Illuminate is doing the same company that's doing the aluminum stuff, and the windows is doing, they'll do the glass, and they'll do the mirror. And once they do that, then we can do our lighting and all that stuff, you know, do our sconces.
That tower still has to go in.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And there's a mirror on either side of the tower that's full height.
Yeah. So they're doing drywall, they'll paint this as well, paint this. Ceiling here it needs a couple touch-ups, but it's basically done. And then we'll start doing lighting swap, you know, sort of fit all the retrofit lighting, which will take a couple, 3-4 hours for us to do all the retrofit
That's
swap
easy.
overs.
Yep.
We'll put the washer and dryer in so I can keep my clothes clean and pressed.
That's very important. Very important. When you start smelling, I want to go home.
You don't have to worry about me smelling these days. I'm not doing like a lot. Just walking around like a.
Well, you can't really smell if you don't work and you don't eat.
That's well said. So that's a wrap for today.
Yep.
Big video today. Lots done today.
Lots.
This place looks a lot different than it did this morning, just with all the cabinet install, and
Yep.
they moved the other ones out to the garage.
Yeah.
So the painters have full reign
They have to have full reign
do
to
their
do whatever
thing.
they do. Yep.
So
The
we'll
drywall
see.
guys will be back tomorrow too.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Another big day tomorrow, and then we're going home
We're gone
while.
for a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we're back until it's done.
Yep. That's it.
See you in the next one.
Like and subscribe. He won't tell you to, but I'm telling you, like and subscribe. We need it. Yes, please.